Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here at Blue Moon Bay, sat on the grid for our Tuesday evening league, the GTMC. This is round 9. This is the penultimate round. So it's all coming to a head. The table is really close. It's really tight. God, Jam Huntington saying, ooh. I've got a text off my wife saying I don't want to wear a mask for some reason. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so let's get as much information in as we possibly can, because it's going to be a slow start before we even look at the grid. So the GTMC, it's in round 9. We're at Blue Moon Bay, infield A. We're going to have 2 races. Well, this one says 10-minute race. Oh no, 10-minute qualifying session. They've already had that. The first race is a 15-minute. I thought it was a 15-minute race. We've got 10 turns here. It's 2 miles long, and the first sprint race will be in the Group 4 cars, and no pit stops allowed. Then we'll have a feature race of 40 minutes in the Group 3 cars. They have 3 choices of tyres: super soft, soft and medium, and 2 tyre compounds must be used for a minimum of 3 laps. So that's about this round, and then we've got to quickly, I know it's boring just looking at this screen and listening to me, but the table is so close, I wanted to just quickly touch on it. So Homesick Alien is leading the table with 340 points. In second spot, Little GG's with 322 points. Liam Anfield is third on 310 points. Then Matt Psycho fourth with 280 points. Then after Matt Psycho you have IR Graham in 5th on 277 points. Behind IR Graham you have Kale in 6th on 260 points. Then in 7th Racer Brown on 244 points. Then in 8th Alpha Nut on 241 points. Behind Alpha Nut you have Gazman in 9th on 223 points. Behind Gazman you have Elevate in 10th on 211 points. In 12th Skyjacker on 153 points. Then behind Skyjacker you have Jam Huntington in 13th on 116 points. Behind Jam Huntington in 14th on Noxie on 113 points. Then in 15th Shadow Rider on 100 points. Jim One Wise in 16th on 93 points. And Stigman, oh no, I've got something wrong. I've missed one out. I'm 1/3. Yeah, well, the table's really tight. I wish I hadn't bothered now. Let's get on with the grid. There you go. You try. So, looks like an Audi lockout here at the Blue Moon Bay. We've got Liam Anfield sitting on pole with IR Graham second on the grid. In 3rd place, Little GG's in the Peugeot. 4th, Racer Brown in the Toyota. Looks like he had a great qualifying session. Then in 5th, we have Matt Psycho in the 2nd Peugeot. In 6th, we have Homesick Alien, the championship leader, in the Nissan. In 7th we have Eleanor Kale in the BMW. 8th place we have Gazman in the other Nissan. We have the top Lexus in 9th with Alpha Nut, closely followed in 10th by Skyjacker. 11th we have, oh god look, I'm right behind. 11th we have the Jam Huntington in the Ford Mustang with 12th Guesty in the 2nd Toyota. Jim One Wise 13th in the Aston Martin with Noxie there holding the last spot in the Ford Mustang. I'm sure he's really getting to appreciate that car now. Really enjoying his spot near the back of the grid. So without further delay, let's get on with round 9 here, I guess in America. Right, I'm not going to get caught out. I've got to press play. Oh no, there's nothing up. Hang on, you're going to see me do all this stuff, which isn't nice. I'm sorry. There you go. My apologies for being a little bit behind. So we're waiting for the lights to go here. A very short track. These cars will just be flying round. It's not going to take any time at all to complete a lap, and they are off. Liam Anfield leading the way with Little GG's in 2nd. Kale up to 3rd in that BMW. Racer Brown still 4th. Alpha Nut's made a good leap into 4th. Well, Racer Brown and Alpha Nut fighting it out. Matt Psycho in 5th. So who's the losers there? Who dropped back a lot? Where's IR Graham? Lil GG's second. Kale. Matt Psycho up into fourth. Alpha Nut up into fifth. Jam Huntington sixth. Seventh is Homesick Alien. I don't even know where IR Graham's gone. 10. Hang on, my buttons aren't working in the 11th or 12th. Wow, that's weird. So there's IR Graham, sorry, in 12th, 11th, fighting it. Sorry, my keyboard's gone weird. I can go up to 10. No issues. Oh, caps lock's on, that's why. Hey, you can't use caps lock and then go QWE to look at the other guy. So I'm losing track here. So IR Graham, something. Oh, we'll have a look because I've missed a lot, messing around with buttons, haven't I? I've left that crap up as well. I'm spoiling your guys' enjoyment. So what happened then? So we're watching IR Graham. Oh, false start from IR Graham. He got a little excited, did he? Got a little excited, and yeah, the game penalised him. So Liam Anfield pulling away from Little GG's. We saw all this. Kale in third spot. I'm probably doing the race now. This is the replay. Little GG's up into second spot underneath Kale. Kale had a great start. Matt Psycho up into fourth, fighting Alpha Nut. So Racer Brown lost a bit of place there. Lost a few because Jam's coming past now. Racer Brown having an awful lap, first lap. From right up the top, being knocked down to 10th place virtually. I don't know what happened to him, but it's not great. You got the two Nissans, line astern, so Liam Anfield leading quite well. No, Little GG's is close behind. It looked originally like Liam pulled away from the crew. Matt Psycho now up into third spots. Fourth for Alpha Nut. Fifth for Kale. They're settling down now. Jam's having a great race. Sixth place in that Ford Mustang. Fantastic stuff. Homesick Alien, seventh, ahead of his teammate Gazman. In eighth, Skyjacker, ninth, ahead of IR Graham, but he's looking like IR Graham is looking feisty here. Racer Brown, we don't know what happened to him. Dropped down to 11th. Jim on Wise, 12th, Noxie in 13th, and Guesty dropped down a bit as well. So looking back at the leaders, shall we get on board with Little GG's and get a little taste of this lap, because we haven't really given it a good soaking yet. So this is corner 2, I suppose, and 3. Following closely this 15-minute race. So I've left that bike up again. Following rather closely there to Liam Anfield. We've got Matt Psycho just behind us. Gonna do it with this one. Yeah, oh, he's a little way back. That's all right. We will come out the camera. I just want to sit him for one lap, just to get the feel. Going round the back end of the track now, out of the infield, and getting back onto the oval here. Looks like it's a pretty much. Whoa, scrape that wheel, that wall, Liam Anfield. Wow, that was close. So let's get back out of the car. Let's have a look. So these two seem to be doing similar lap times. They both did a 19 on their standing start lap. Matt Psycho a little bit further back. Alpha Nut having a great race up into 4th spot. He's got past Kale. Kale's dropped back a little bit. Not sure what happened to Kale. Gazman 8th. He's moving ahead of Jam Huntington. IR Graham Homesick's dropped back. There's been some action here. I should do replays, shouldn't I? Because something definitely has gone off. With Gazman moving up into 6th. He was behind. Oh, I'm sorry. Homesick Alien. Let's have a look. He's 7th. He's just done it off of pure guts, hasn't he? So there was Gazman in 8th spot behind his teammate Homesick Alien. He makes a move up the inside, and that's the Alien dispersed with. Happy days. Then we're looking at Jam, who's in 6th spot. So Gazman really getting the Nissan by the scruff of the neck, and he's dragging it through. Whoa, you see there, IR Graham making a big lunge on a Homesick Alien, side by side in the corners. Maybe I should be looking at the race behind. Let's have a look quick. 8th, IR Graham and Homesick Alien side by side all the way through the infield. Looks like IR Graham just slightly getting ahead of the Alien there. And then further up the field, we have Gazman, the other Nissan, attacking the Ford Focus, the Mustang head. May as well be a Focus, hadn't it, eh? Oh, so Racer Brown saying at the very beginning there he had to avoid, oh yeah, IR Graham because he was going slow. So there we see Gasman making the move on Jam Huntington up into 6th spot there. Fantastic move there with the help of the toe. So let's have a look around the field then. Oh no, Jam coming back at Gasman. Can't pull away just yet. IR Graham getting ever closer to these two fighting. The more they fight, they're slowing themselves down. And that gives IR Graham a perfect opportunity. Oh, cut to Homesick right at the wrong time there. He's had a bit of an off, giving Racer Brown the chance to come through. And Skyjacker both saying thank you very much. Great power slide, by the way. There's IR Graham then starting. Oh, he's already got past the Jam. And now he's starting to chip away at Gasman. But Gasman, he's on a great pace at the moment. Very comfortable in his own car. Up ahead then, Liam Anfield is pulled. Well, no, doesn't look like that distance has changed much. Neck and neck for these two. Liam Anfield had the fastest lap on lap 2. Looks like he's just about to cross the line. A 1:11.4 and then a 1:11.7. His little GT's a little closer, 11.5, 11.6. There's nothing in it between them two leaders. Matt Psycho a little bit further back, just going into the corner. He's been in the 12s, not quite able to crack into the 11s just yet. Kale under pressure from, oh no, that's Kale attacking Alphanut. Alphanut was 4th. Now Kale looking like he's trying to get up the inside of the Lexus in the BMW. It's side by side in the infield. They love going through the infield side by side, these guys. This is crazy stuff. So Kale and Alpha side by side, nothing in it. Who's going to come out on top? They're flooring the car right now. It's still side by side. There's nothing in it now. Alpha has got the inside line, but he's locked his brakes up. Is that too much? No. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I think whilst fighting Alphanut, Kale, heavy on the brakes to avoid anything, has lost a position to IR Graham. Oh no, he's given it back, I think. Yes. Maybe he just thought it was a bit rough. So he's given the position back to Kale. And Kale's got it all to do again now to try and catch up Alphanut, who's sitting happy in 4th. But now, here comes IR Graham. IR Graham trying to make a move. He finally got past Gasman, obviously. We missed that. Can't watch it all, I'm afraid. We've got to watch what we can see. So there we see IR Graham in the toe of Kale. And they're catching up Alpha themselves. And IR Graham making the move. And as he made it stick, he's still saying Kale's there. Kale's around the outside. But no, I don't think Kale can keep it there. And he slips in behind IR Graham. So IR Graham making the move up the inside. Ready to apply the pressure on Alphanut. We'll have a quick look around. Everyone else, although Alphanut is under some pressure now, we can't pull away just yet. We'll just hang on to this just for a little bit longer. See how this turns out with Alphanut and IR Graham. IR Graham going for the outside around the hairpin, but Alpha has him covered. He's got the inside line. A great defensive driver is Alphanut. It takes a lot to get past. IR Graham's going to have to find some grunt. They're having a bit of a banger moment. Letting each other know we're side by side, you know. And IR Graham losing out, tucking behind Alpha, waiting for the long straight of the oval to see if he can get some sort of toe. No, he's out of the toe already. He's doing a pure grunt. That Audi has got some legs on it, eh? Coming out the corner, but I don't know. It's three aside, three alongside each other, going into the first corner. This is gonna be messy at best. Let's see. So Alpha gets in before Kale. Kale just tucked in behind. IR Graham is in 4th, sorry. Alphanut then 5th. Kale is in 6th. All the time Gasman has caught these guys up with Jam Huntington in 8th ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown making some great moves. Homesick Alien is back ahead of Skyjacker. We saw Homesick Alien make a small mistake, and Skyjacker, I don't know how he's ended up behind Alien. Movement behind from Guesty, and Jim Wise racing here from top to bottom of this. Noxie a little bit further off these guys, but these two, they're giving it some large ones. Guesty getting, I don't know who was ahead, because we haven't managed to have a look at the whole field yet. We've got to go back to the top to see how they're doing. So Jim Wise putting it up the inside of the hairpin and pulling ahead of Guesty. Let's get on board with Guesty, see it from his bird's eye view. Plus that Toyota looks banging inside, lad. So here we see Guesty trying to go for the inside line, coming up to the actual oval track. He's there. Oh, that was scary, man. That was a little bit tight. Whew. Guesty, man, you're brave. That was such a hit. He's put his hazard lights on. But there we go. Jim and Wise are pulling ahead. Oh, it's gone off. Maybe that was a bit of damage or something on his car because of the knock. So let's, oh sorry, not that button. Let's get it back out of the car and let's have a look around then. So Liam Anfield is leading the way from Little GG's. He's keeping that lap time pretty much in the 11s with Wants going into the 12s. Little GG's, he's mixing 11s and 12s together, but he's still there. One small mistake from Liam, one little hit of a barrier, one little nudge of a wall, and you will see Little GG's come to life. Matt Psycho, Little GG's teammates, sitting in rear gunner's spot for his teammate. It's alright, IR Graham's got some way to go, a real long way to go. How long we got left of this race? We are 8.5 minutes through a 15-minute race. So by my quick calculations, I think that's 6.5 minutes. Get your calculators out, I'll wait. So 5th is Kale. God, if I'm wrong. Kale then behind IR Graham, ahead of Alpha Nut in the end of all that racing that we saw. Somehow Kale ended up ahead. Gazman 7th, Jam down to 8th. It's all moving in this little group, with Alpha Nut ahead of Gazman, ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown's come up to join. He's having a great race. He was fell right back during the race. He qualified 4th, avoided IR Graham, we've found out, and ended up really far back. And now fighting his way through. He's got ahead of Jam Huntington, and he's giving the Nissan of Gazman something to think about, whilst Gazman is also trying to give Alpha Nut some problems. Oh, back out of this one. He's gone for the inside. He's gone for the inside. The Nissan making the move, and he's done it. He's done it. Alpha's a really difficult man to get by. So that is going some. He played the dummy, it looked like. And there, Racer Brown trying to do a sneaky one. Ooh, as the Lexus burnt its tyres out already in this race. Coming up to 10 minutes. And it looks like the Lexus just hasn't got the legs. Racer Brown slipped through, but it looks like... What's going on? Hang on. I can't tell who's where. Alpha is back ahead of everyone. Racer Brown and Jam and Gazman are all alongside each other. Oh, it looked like a little knock on Jam Huntington, but Jam Huntington's managed to keep hold of it there. But Gazman trying to get up the inside of the Ford. It looks like he's managed it for now. Gazman probably feels like there was a little nudge there, and it looks like he's come back through. I don't know if Gazman did it on purpose or if it looks like he did. It looks like he lifted quite a lot to drop from one small mistake. So there we see Alpha and Racer Brown, who hasn't Alpha raced. Hey, we've seen him racing Kale, we've seen him racing Gazman, now we're seeing him Racer Brown. They're all taking it in turns. But he is the master. The Lexus letting him down this season, I think. Should be a lot higher up in the standings. Racer Brown's so slow on the straights, great in the corners. The GT86, he says. So we see Racer Brown and Alpha Nut coming back along the straight, and we've already heard from Racer Brown it's not so hot on the straight, so he's obviously just dropping into the toe of Alpha Nut just to try and keep up with him along this straight so he can attack him again in the infield behind Racer Brown. Jam, Jam is behind Gazman, side Gazman, just ahead of Gazman. Jam is all over Gazman. He's behind him, he's alongside him, and now he's in front of him. Gazman, though, he's coming for the inside line on Jam. These two are not giving up racing. Look at them, cracking on. Look what's going on here. What's that? Racer Brown's ghosted. Oh no, Racer Brown, I don't know what happened, but he's ghosted. Oh, and so's Alpha. Oh no, there must have been a coming together. Oh no, 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 no. I'm sorry, I know it's painful. We might have to have a look at replay. What happened there? Oh dear. God. No, that's Skyjacker. Where am I going? Hang on. I thought I was on. Where are you guys? So Alpha 6th. Yeah, that was right. So sorry. So we saw these two guys racing. I think this is where we saw them racing as well. Just coming around here. This is where Racer Brown said not too hot on the straight. So I said he'd probably dropping into the toe. So you are seeing what you've already seen. I do apologise. 11 minutes into the race. But I don't know what happened. I must know. I must know. So Alpha, Racer Brown going alongside each other. Sorry, Racer Brown, you have to close your eyes if it's something that wasn't good. Racer Brown in the tow of Alpha Nut. We saw that. Alpha Nut still in a great position. The Lexus ahead of the Toyota, coming into the first corner. Oh, they both nearly lost it going into the infield. Then we see Racer Brown trying to go up the inside of Alpha Nut. It looks like he's accomplished it. They're side by side. They're going. Oh, it was a little knock on. Oh, and Racer Brown's waiting as well. Oh, very gentlemanly. I don't know if that was your fault, Racer Brown. I'm not sure. But yeah, there we see. That's what happened between Racer Brown and Alpha Nut. I'm not sure what Racer Brown did to feel like he had to wait there, but he's very gentlemanly, and it looks like Alpha's let him go. So I think Alpha feels it probably was his mistake as well. Sorry guys, I know you didn't want to see that again. Liam Anfield then is leading this race by quite a bit now. He's pulled it out. He's pulling away from Little GG's. Little GG's tyres are looking quite tired on that right hand side, and these Peugeots, they understeer anyway, but Liam's Audi TT is looking quite rough. Oh, Racer Brown said he didn't know if it was him that took him out. I know I've had that. I've had clashes and I didn't know if it was my fault or not. So you just wait, and then you see the replay afterwards and thought, dude, he hit me. What did I wait for? So IR Graham in a 4th spot. He had a torrid start. He had a jump start. So it was so he had to go to the back. And he slowly fought his way up into 4th spot. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Kale in 5th. Saw he was racing with Alpha earlier in another group. Jam up to 6th. Oh yes, because Alpha and Racer Brown dropped back. These two haven't stopped, have they? Saw these two racing earlier. Did they just do it for the whole race? That is crazy stuff. So Gazman, he's now on the inside of these guys. My lord, I was just about to go around, but Gazman now taking the lead from Jam Huntington, but something tells me it's not over. I'll come back to them. Homesick Alien, look at the back of his car, it's smashed. He's helped a few people break, I think, in this race. It looks at the back of his car. Racer Brown then up to 9th, Skyjacker in 10th, with his teammate Alpha Nut. Doing a bit of publicity shots now here at the Blue Moon Space Speedway. Looking absolutely great. The two Lexus Vodafones alongside each other. That's beautiful. That really is. It's nice when you see the two cars together. Alpha probably doesn't feel that right now, but for us watching, it's a beautiful sight. And there they go. In 12th, Guesty finally drop in. Jim One Wise and Noxie just wants this season to end. I think he loves GTMC, he just does not love that Ford Mustang. Liam Anfield still leading by quite a way now. This is a strong race for Liam Anfield, and we know he's dropped a little bit away in the table, so this will be great for his championship. What did I say? He was, because he was leading for a while. Oh, I'm on the constructors now. He was leading for a while, and now he's down into 3rd behind Little GG's on 310 points. Little GG's on a 322 points, and Homesick on 340 points. And Homesick is not having a good race today, so this will shuffle that championship round quite tidily, I think. Little GG's, great scoring for him. I imagine he'd want to be finishing ahead of Liam Anfield, as Liam Anfield is so close. We're on the final lap already. That was 15 minutes, my word. So let's have a quick run through. He's going to hit the finish line soon. So Liam Anfield 1st, Little GG's is in 2nd, Matt Psycho 3rd, IR Graham in 4th. Great for Audis and Peugeots today. Kale 5th, Gazman 6th ahead of Jam Huntington, Racer Brown 8th, Skyjackers finished 9th, Alpha 10th, 11th for Homesick, 12th Guesty, Jim and Wise 13th, and Noxie 14th. Liam Anfield, we see, just coming around the final corner to take the win. Well done, congratulations, fantastic. There you go, total dominance from start to finish. Little GG's got 2nd spot on the podium, well done. And Matt Psycho rounds off your podium. Take a boo, my son. IR Graham there, making it Audi and Peugeot lockout at the top with the top BMW Kale. Although I haven't seen Elevate here. Elevate couldn't make it, obviously. Gazman and Jam, they've raced this whole race and they're racing up to the line and we don't know. Gazman must have just... Oh, you bloody thing. Oh, I thought I was going to get paused just in time. Oh, sorry guys, we can't do the run through. I can't do the run through of everyone finishing. We get the gist virtually. Yeah, we saw all the last lot. Yeah, we saw them. I just don't do the rundown. Right, while we're sat here then, we'll get on with the sprint, the feature race, the 40-minute race. I might get to bed at a reasonable time. I might get to bed in about 10:30. Yeah, baby. So, we're just loading up. I thought I usually get an egg timer, so I know how long, but this looks very strange. It looks like it's loading up straight away. What's that? That was quick, wasn't it? It's quicker than I expected. I'm not trusting this. So Kale, you can see, is on pole there. I think the lucky number was drawn and it was number 5. I didn't have time to build up to it. Wow. Is that because I loaded it up earlier in the week, do you think? So let me take those off. Let me get you up to number 1, which is Kale, because it was number 5, the lucky draw. 40 minutes in the Group 3 cars, and we're not messing around. We're getting straight on with it. Look at that. I'll have to load it up more often before the actual broadcast, because that didn't take any time to load. I've just been sat in my cache. So Kale, but I.R. Graham making up for his slow start in race 1. In the sprint race, and he's made a great start here, taking the lead from Kale in the BMW. That BMW looks like a beast. There's Liam Anfield in 3rd, or is he? Because Matt Psycho just nipped up there in the Peugeot behind Liam Anfield. You have Little GG's looking for a way pass with Gazman. Leading from Skyjacker, Alpha Nut, Racer Brown in 9th, Comesick 10th. It's all moving around behind those with Noxie, Jam Huntington, Jim on Wise, there's Noxie, and there's Guesty. Oh, Guesty looks like he's had an issue. So up ahead, I.R. Graham looking like he's quite far ahead of the field so far. Matt Psycho up into 2nd, ahead of Liam Anfield, with Gazman up into 4th. Alpha 5th, Kale has dropped down into 6th spot. I don't know. Where is he? It doesn't look like anything's too gone. It might have just been some small mistakes. Has dropped him down into 6th spot. That puts Matt Psycho into a great 2nd place. It's a 40-minute race, remember. The I.R. Graham taking the lead off of about, what was he, 2nd, 3rd? He's, I think he was 2nd on the grid. He's on soft tyres with Matt Psycho. Also on soft. Gazman is up into 3rd spot. Gazman, that Nissan is unstoppable. Look at it. He's on the super soft tyres. Yes, that'll be one of the reasons he is a lot faster than everyone else. And there we see Liam Anfield. He's on the soft tyres in 4th. Alpha Nut in 5th on the softs. With Kale on softs also, but he's struggling to warm them up or something. That BMW not performing like it should be. Little GG's sitting right behind him. He is also on the soft tyre. Homesick Alien on the soft tyre in the Nissan. Racer Brown also soft tyre. Jam Huntington, he's gone for the super soft. He's gone for the super soft in the Ford Mustang. Jim One Wise on the super softs. Also Guesty on the super softs with Noxie on the super softs. Oh dear, Skyjacker, sorry. I know no one wants to see mistakes, I know, but I don't know why he's that far back. God, he was early doors. When did he do that? Oh, there we see. So Skyjacker, he was just got up to 5th ahead of Elevate, coming into the tight hairpin. It looks like there was a little knock. Oh, I don't know. It just looks like the back end went from him. Oh, poor Skyjacker. Not what he needed. Not what he needed. I.R. Graham then is still leading from Matt Psycho. Not even a minute into this race. Look at the action that's happening. Jesus. What is going on? Liam Anfield 3rd. Ahead of Gazman. Gazman on those super soft tyres. Oh, Liam Anfield's managed to get ahead of him. Liam Anfield was down, but there we see Gazman again getting ahead along the start straight. I thought Matt Psycho got closer, but there we see, and there Alpha Nut trying to get in on the action here between the Nissan and the Audi. Putting his Lexus right into play right now on the soft tyres, which will pay dividends later on in the race with lighter fuel tanks and the super softs. means he can have a really good burn near the end of this race. Elevate struggling still there, holding a little train of cars behind him. Little GG's trying as he might to get by. That BMW must have the pelt down the start straight, but it looks like that's it now. Little GG's has gone up the inside of him. And will Homesick follow? No, Homesick, and he's just sitting behind the Beamer, can't quite get ahead. He's got Racer Brown and Jam Huntington for company there. Jim On Wise not too far behind these guys, with Guesty ahead of Noxie and Skyjacker catching up. Noxie there on the track. So looking at IR Graham, he's just about to complete his second lap. He's done a 107, a real short lap here. We're going to have a high lap counter by the end of this 40 minutes. I heard some scraping and screaming, but it doesn't look like the top four. Gasman and Liam Anfield have not finished this race. Let's get on board in the Audi, sitting behind Gasman in the Group 3 cars. So close. Ooh, heavy on the brakes. There you go. Beautiful. Whoa, yeah, that Audi can really carry some speed through the tighter corners here. Nissan braking, getting down onto the apex. Liam Anfield following it through. Liam Anfield patiently waiting till we get back on to the oval, original oval. Imagine using the toe, he could do something about this guy. Behind though, we have Alphanaut breathing down our necks. Don't hit the wall, hey! And we saw Gasman look like he gave the wall a little jar as well. And Liam Anfield in the toe. And momentum alone, it looks like he's gonna swoop past the Nissan. Oh, lovely shot of the Audi and the Nissan going into the first corner there. Liam's still not quite got the job done. It's all about the brakes now. Liam Anfield, he's later on the brakes, he's on the inside, and there you go, he's back up into third spot now, with Gasman coming back at him in the infield. Those super softs, nice and grippy. Oh no, Gasman's gone out wide, Gasman's gone out wide, Alpha's gone up, Little GG's has moved up, Kale's moved up, Racer Brown's moved up. This is a disaster. Homesick Alien has moved ahead of his teammate. Poor Gasman, racing with everything he had. Could happen to anyone at the same time. Looks like Racer Brown making a move on Homesick Alien up the inside of the hairpin. Wow, that Supra is racy in the infield, and now Homesick Alien has got Gasman on the super soft tyres to be concerned about behind him. Let's have a look at the front then, as we're 4.5 minutes into this 40-minute race. We see IR Graham has got everything under control. His tyres look good. He's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. He's got Radio 2 on blaring. He's fine. He's great. Matt Psycho banging out some Prodigy on his radio. He's the fire starter. Sadistic fire starter, chasing down IR Graham, driving that Peugeot to its limits and beyond to try and catch up that Audi, but it's just not happening for him. Liam Anfield holding that third spot. He had trouble with Gasman, but now, oh no, Alpha's having a big off. Alpha having a wide line there with Little GG's, then moving up into fourth spot, with Kale moving back into fifth, Racer Brown into sixth. Where does Alpha not end up? He's down there. Gasman ended up, oh no, Homesick Alien is behind. So Racer Brown up to fifth now with all of this happening. Homesick Alien in sixth. Alphanut down into seventh spot, with Little GG's has dropped down though as well, I believe. Little GG's pitted? No, I don't think so. I thought Little GG's, maybe Little GG's was in seventh. I thought he was ahead of these guys. Not sure what's happened to Little GG's. There's Gasman. We saw he had a little small off. Jim On Wise in 10th place, ahead of Guesty, Noxie. Oh my lord, Skyjack Jam Huntington. I don't know what happened to Jam. On lap 3, he did a 22.9. Looks like he had a really bad lap. Unless he's come in and changed tyres, I'm not sure. Maybe he pitted. No, because his fastest lap is after the 22, and that would be an out lap. So no, I think something terrible, something horrific happened on lap 3 there for the Ford Mustang. So IR Graham's just done the fastest lap of this race with a 107.066. They're going to be in the sixes pretty soon. The more fuel that drops off and super soft tyres. What do we think? 105s? Early 105s? Matt Psycho chasing him down with all his might. He's doing 107s also, but not quite to the speed that I.R. Graham is managing, but he's not letting I.R. Graham out of his sight. Liam Anfield, he's also there. He can see the 2 cars ahead. Let's have a look what it looks like. They do look quite far off in the distance, granted, but he can see them going into the first corner, and then he's into the first corner. It's not that far. Not that far, really. And what have we got? We've got Cale in 4th now. Oh, God, wrong button. Sorry. Get back in and do that. No, Cale's quite a bit back. I say that. He's probably about the same distance as Liam Anfield is away from Matt Psycho. So let's look through the field. So I.R. Graham leading from Matt Psycho. We're 7.5 minutes into this race, lap 7. Liam Anfield is in a great 3rd place after a tough battle with Gazman on the Super Softs. Cale there, 4th spot. He was on pole, dropped back a bit on the first lap or 2, but it seems like now he's finding the feet of that Beamer. He's on the 107s. He's done a 107.3 on lap 3, and now up to 4th ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown, he's fought his way through. Saw he was down in 10th or so not that long ago. He's in the 107.5s. Good pace from these guys. Little GG's, or 106.9, but it's not the fastest. Oh, it does say purple, so I don't know. Yeah, purple, 106.940. Right now, at this point in the race, Little GG's is flying, absolutely flying. So Racer Brown, watch out. Homesick Alien up to 7th. He looks like he was out of it early doors, but he's come back due to a few people making mistakes, and he's up to a 7th spot. Was there movement up ahead? I thought there was movement. No, nothing's changed. Sorry, alarmist. 8th for Alphanot. He was doing great. We saw making us. Did we see? I think we saw. We went back to see. But yeah, down to 8th. Gazman 9th. Saw he had woes. Guesty having a great race in 10th, really. He was quite far back. And he's got himself ahead of Noxie, Skyjacker, and Jim One Wise. Oh, Jim One Wise was 10th, wasn't he? Where's he? Has he pitted? It looks like he may have pitted. Full tank of fuel, soft tyres. I believe Jim One Wise has made himself a very early pit stop there. We're not sure about Jam. Maybe he came in, I'm not sure he did, but maybe he maybe 3 laps. Maybe he did the 3 laps you could on racing softs, and he's decided to go with super softs for the rest of this race. Who knows, eh? Who knows? I.R. Graham still on those soft tyres, half a tank of fuel, everything's still looking good. He's still on the 107s. Looks like Matt Psycho is starting to get in a little bit closer. Matt Psycho's managed a 107.2 and a 107.4. Half a tank of fuel, tyre wear looking pretty similar, but it does look like Matt Psycho is managing to pull in I.R. Graham slightly. Keep an eye on that one, guys. There in 3rd we have Liam Anfield having a great race. Earlier on, he was racing with. Where I am. I'm changing over to the phone because I don't think anyone's chatting. Oh, Mick Wivery's popped in and said hello, but yeah, the iPad's died. Never got any battery, has it? It's not me. So swap to phone just in case anyone wants to put in the chat. But we're here, 10 minutes into this 40-minute race, 30 minutes left. Liam Anfield in 3rd spot ahead of Cale, but it looks like Cale's catching a little bit. Little GG's is definitely getting closer to Cale. Soon they're all going to be making their pit stops. You would think. Racer Brown in 6th ahead of Homesick Alien. I think Little GG's has managed to get ahead of Racer Brown somewhere. I'm not sure. Little GG seemed to be ahead of everyone, then he was behind everyone, and now he seems to be ahead of everyone. But I'm not seeing him overtaking or losing places, so I'm not flicking through the whole race just to follow Little GG's path. But it does look like it's a very interesting one. So yeah, feel free, go on GT Sports, download the replay, they're on there, VRC, GTMC, feature race, and you can just watch Little GG's race, because it looks like he's been all over it. So Racer Brown ahead of Homesick Alien, the championship leader. quite far back. Didn't have a great first race. Oh, someone pitted. Gazman's gone to get rid of those super softs. So, Jam, did he pit early? If he did, he didn't put much fuel in, but maybe that was the plan. So Jam moving up into 11th spot, ahead of Gazman, who is now in 12th. Alphanut, I think, has pitted, yes, because he was on soft, so Alphanut has pitted. Put himself a nice pair of super softs on. So them three, we saw them racing in the race. A little bit higher up, but they're all down there, 11th, 12th and 13th. Jim Wise in 14th, also pitted, we believe. So where's Skyjacker gone then? Skyjacker's moving up, I guess, through all these pit stops. Yeah, Skyjacker there in 9th. He may have pitted. I thought he was on the softs, and he's now on the super softs. I can't see where he could have pitted though, no. Yeah, lap 3. I think he went in, got rid of his softs on lap 3. It looks like 116, unless he made it. No, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I think he was on the softs. I thought the only person out there on super softs was the guys near the back and Gazman. But I'm not sure. But now we see Skyjacker with a quarter of tank of fuel, super soft tyres, all over the back of Guesty, who is up into 8th place due to these pit stops. Oh, there we see Skyjacker's making the move, is he not? But Guesty's got the inside line. Guesty's already on the super softs, but his tyres look a lot older. There you go, Skyjacker has moved ahead, but he is on fresher rubber. Same amount of fuel. Canadian got loads of fuel, that Nissan. Great, a bit of fuel conserving on them soft tyres. Haven't gone away too much, but it does look like everyone is in a rush to get on the super soft tyres early. So they must be loads faster than the softs. Graham, there's Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield has pulled the trigger of the leaders. So Liam Anfield in the pits, getting his tyres changed to get those super softs on. He's dropping down to 7th so far. Can Skyjacker get past? He's on the pit straight, the straightaway. That was Aussie. And Liam Anfield dropping behind Guesty, and no, he's staying in that 7th spot where Skyjacker is coming up to the first corner, but he's a little bit back from Liam Anfield. But Skyjacker up to 8th spot now. We think he has pitted. He will need to get fuel at some point. Jam will also need to get fuel. Gazman, he's okay for fuel, and so is Alpha. Noxie in the pits. Doesn't look like they're working on that car. It looks like Noxie done. No, he was. I didn't see any fuel working on it. But yeah, it looks like they were working on it. Sorry, Noxie. I thought you'd done for the day. So, Noxie, all pitted up at the back of the grid, but he's very close to Jim Wise. Here we go, the leaders all coming in. So, Little GG's has got ahead of Kale. Has Kale pitted? It doesn't look like Kale's pitted. So, where we go then? Little GG's leading this race now, ahead of Kale, who is ahead of Racer Brown in 3rd. Homesick Alien up into 4th. After all the pits, there's I.R. Graham, he's just moving off. Matt Psycho's jumped him in the pits. Matt Psycho, little less fuel, just a wee little bit less fuel, and he's managed to get out ahead of I.R. Graham. I.R. Graham leading this race for the first 15 minutes virtually. Is now in 6th spot, and he's lost a spot to Matt Psycho. Little GG's going for the overcut. He's got to do a really good lap now, because he's racing against 2 of them that are on a super soft. Well, all of them virtually behind, didn't they? Who was the first of the pit stoppers? I.R. Graham, Matt Psycho, Liam Anfield in 7th. He's dropped back from his teammates somewhat, hasn't he? He wasn't that far behind. He hasn't done anything particularly different with his fuel strategy. So staying out that one lap longer has really played into I.R. Graham and Matt Psycho's hands, because they've pulled away from the leader. So here goes, Lil Gigi's gone in. Racer Brown is now staying out to take the lead of the race. So Homesick Alien still going around. They've both got plenty of fuel. Looks like they've got plenty of grip. Kale in 3rd now. Was he even behind Homesick? He was behind the other guys. So, I don't know what's going on with Kale. He always seems to be an extra position back when I go to him. Matt Psycho then, 4th and 5th for him and I.R. Graham. This really could be the lead of the race we're seeing fighting for. Down in 4th and 5th. Liam Anfield Was third before the pit stop, 6th now. Little GG's come out behind Liam Anfield in 7th ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker's got to come into the pits. Gazman will overtake Skyjacker. He's still good for a few laps yet. Alpha Nut also good for a while. Jam dropping away from them two, it seems. Bit on his own. Ahead of Guesty, Jim on Wise and Noxie there. So the leader, Racer Brown, is he going to come in this time? His fuel doesn't need it, his tyres look good. Homesick Alien still chasing him down. What's their lap times? A 108.7, a 108.728, and Homesick is doing 108.2, so quite a bit slower. And Kale catching right up with Homesick Alien. Is Homesick Alien trying to eke out that fuel? He's got 2.5 minutes to try and make a one-stop work. And it looks like Elevate's going the same way. He's got good fuel. It looks like he's trying to make it work for him. Going all the way to the 20-minute mark, which would be the halfway. Mika says morning all in the chat. I think I read that already. But look at this, the top three. Racer Brown and the fight for second. There goes Kale. Kale up the inside of Homesick. Homesick really trying to stretch that fuel out. Don't think he raced Kale too much. He said after you want to burn your fuel, but Kale's got fuel to burn at the moment. No, Alien's got a lot more fuel. So Racer Brown, it's not gone red yet, so he's staying out. These are playing the really long game. IR Graham catching up with them. Their pit stop advantage gone away. But then IR Graham will have to pit again, we assume. He's still got quite a bit of fuel in that, but not to get all the way to the end. Matt Psycho still... Oh no, Matt Psycho was ahead of IR Graham. So IR Graham managing to get the move on, and he's going again against the three leaders who haven't pitted yet. We've got... Oh, Kale's managed to take the lead. It's all changing. Kale taking the lead. He's pulled the trigger. Racer Brown down into second. Homesick Alien in third. IR Graham has caught these guys up and he's found a solid wall he can't get past, whilst Matt Psycho looking to make a move on IR Graham, but IR Graham's going up the inside of the Alien on the fresher tyres and he makes it stick. And now Matt Psycho, he does not want to hang around behind Homesick any longer than he has to, because he wants to keep up with IR Graham. We're saying this is the lead of the race. IR Graham and Matt Psycho. Homesick Alien, it wouldn't hurt him to slow them guys down because they've got to pit again. But there we see Racer Brown doesn't want to be the toe for IR Graham, going really low. IR Graham going high. I know him, he goes high, he goes high. He's going low, he's going low. So Kale leading this race. Where did that come from? Look at him, great guns. We're 20 seconds away from the halfway mark. So these three, well, oh no, Homesick Alien has now dropped behind Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho making his way through. Homesick, is he going to try and go further than 20 minutes? Because he's still got quite a bit of fuel there. Now we can see Racer Brown's car is starting to say, feed me, Seymour. And so is Kale's. So will they dare go around? It's only a minute lap. They probably could get another lap out of that tank. IR Graham wants to get on with leading this race again. He wants Kale to his pit stop, because then IR Graham's got to grab it. He's got to do it quick, because he needs to gain a pit stop on these guys around him right now. There we see, guessing Kale is lining up the pit lane, coming around, and there he goes, he's going in. Anyone else? Anyone else? Racer Brown going in, and Homesick, no, Homesick's made a last minute decision to stay out. They go high, he goes low. Liam Anfield under pressure from Little GG's. Racer Brown and Kale still in the pits. Can Gazman and Alpha Nut and Skyjacker. Oh, Skyjacker's a little bit further back, but yes, it looks like Gazman in 6th spot. He's going to do it. The cars are still stationary. Racer Brown and Kale. Homesick Alien has to do the lap of his life to try and get the jump on those guys. His fuel is flashing now. He's been doing 108s and 109s. I'm not sure his tyres have got it in them. But if he wants to jump the two that have just pitted, although he'll have one lap less wear on his next set of tyres than the guys that just pitted, if you get my drift. These two, I'm pretty sure, probably will have to come back in. So will the long game work for either Homesick or Kale or Racer Brown? We'll see. We will see. Come the end of this race, Homesick staying out again. He really is eking out every last bit he can of that Nissan. In fourth, we have Liam Anfield just ahead of Lil GG's. Lil GG's looks like he's going to make the move. Lil GG's looking like he wants the inside line, going into the infield, and he's made it stick around the left-hander. But Liam coming back at him, left again, into the true infield. Oh, no, Lil GG's gone to the grass. Liam Anfield fourth. I didn't see any contact. I was watching. I didn't notice they were together. I think Lil GG just pushed that a little bit too hard into the corner. Alpha Nut, he's a good way back from Lil GG. So Lil GG's has got some breathing space, whereas Alpha Nut now has got ahead of Gazman. We saw Gazman was ahead earlier. Gazman now thirsty for fuel. He needs to pit. And there we see Kale all booted up on his super softs, all fueled up, ready to rock. And Racer Brown there just following him. These two should be up there when the leaders pit. Skyjacker had an up and down race. It looks like he's just pitted. He's in 10th. Homesick Alien has now pitted. Liam Anfield up into 3rd. Little GG's up into 4th. There he is, getting his tyres on. Alpha Nut looking like he's going to get up into 5th spot. Homesick Alien now fueling. Doesn't look like they're standing there with a fuel. Gazman now coming in. The two Nissans coming in to fuel up, so that means Alpha Nut up into 5th, Kale back into 6th, Racer Brown making a move on Kale. So Kale then taking 6th spot from, not Kale, Racer Brown taking, no, Kale's coming back. He's done the old swap around. So Kale is in 6th, sorry, after all that confusion. And Racer Brown is in 7th, but Racer Brown has a lot to say about that and wants to be in that 6th. He looks desperate for it. Homesick Alien has come out quite a way behind them too, isn't he? But he has topped up now. Will them two have to pit again? Questions, eh? But Homesick Alien, big fat car. Ooh, looks like he's got damage on the back for some reason. He must have lost it. He's got damage on the back. He's just crawling around at the moment. He's caught up with Jim One Wise. Skyjacker in 9th, having a great race. Jam there, 10th. He disappeared for a while. Early pit stop, we suspected. And now, come 24 minutes into this race, he's there in 10th spot, ahead of Gazman after Gazman's pit stop. Guesty is in 12th. Noxie 13th, and we saw Jim on Wise just pulling over to let Homesick Alien through. Whew. Wow, this race has been exciting, and we've still got 15 minutes of it to go. Matt Psycho is leading. Matt Psycho has taken the lead off IR Graham. I'm sorry, I will have to go. I don't know how long ago that happened. Quite a long time ago, it seems. Oh, come on. No, that's as far back as I'm willing to go. I bet you it's the next one. The Nissans have only just come into pit. So Matt Psycho took the lead. We didn't see it. Hang on a second. I've got to take my headset off and put my woolly hat off. It's getting quite warm. So yeah, we didn't see it happen, but Matt Psycho, oh, get rid of that. Matt Psycho somehow getting past IR Graham. Maybe IR Graham fuel saving a little bit, deciding to sit behind Matt Psycho, possibly. We know he's got pace, although Matt Psycho done a 107.017 on lap 20. Whereas it looks like IR Graham is keeping it in the 7.5s. I believe he can go faster than that. He's done a 106.9. So is he fuel saving and tyre preserving? He won't be able to make it last to the end of this race. But maybe he does realise the one-stoppers might be onto something. So there's Liam Anfield pushing like hell. Only a quarter of a tank of fuel. He's just done a 107.053. Little GG's, he's got the fastest lap, a 106.820. Fastest man on the track at the moment, in 4th spot. He hasn't got anyone around him. Looks like he's dropped Alpha. Alpha's quite far back now. In 5th. It's a great spot though, 5th place. Racer Brown and Kale still racing it out. Look at these two. I'll hang around these two for a while, I guess, because there's not stopping. So Kale 6th, Racer Brown in 7th. Shall we get on board the Toyota? I always like to see the inside of the Toyotas. They look bright. Excuse me. So Kale and Racer Brown hard at it for at least 2-3 laps now. Racer Brown managed his fastest lap of 107.095 on lap 20. Here we go. He's got the toe of the BMW. What can he do on lap 22 going on to 23? Sitting in the toe. 155 miles an hour. He's pulled out. He's going for the inside line. On the outside camera, Alpha Nut popping into the pits. So Homesick Alien moving up ahead into 7th spot. And there you go. But no, Kale coming back at Racer Brown. No, he has to tuck in behind for the infield. These two are not quitting whatsoever. Car 86 versus, hang on, I'll see Kale's. That's Skyjacker, there's Kale. 18. 86 versus 18. BMW versus the Toyota. And they are providing us with some beautiful, beautiful racing right now. Racer Brown just pulling slightly ahead. They're both on quite fresh tyres, but Racer Brown only half a tank of fuel. Will that get him there? Will that get him to the end of the race, we ask? I don't know, you know. I'm not sure about his fuel, but up ahead, as is race 1, we have a Peugeot Audi lockout with Matt Psycho still only just ahead of IR Graham. Where do I watch what race? Because IR Graham hounding Matt Psycho. I thought IR Graham maybe had dropped behind just to sort of save fuel, but no, I do think this is true to form racing between the Peugeot and the Audi here. It's because IR Graham had such commanding lead on the softs and everything under control that I thought on the super softs he would come out absolutely flaming. I thought he'd be proper banging in the 105s on it, I said. There we go, Matt Psycho and IR Graham both into the pits. I think IR Graham followed him in there. Liam Anfield then going to take the lead, but he needs the pits as well. His fuel is on nothing. And there we see little GG's, IR Graham. What about the one-stoppers? Racer Brown in 5th spot, just coming along the start straight finish. And there we see, oh no, Racer Brown, Kale, so they've not moved yet. Yes, Matt Psycho 4th, IR Graham 3rd. They're side by side coming out the pits. Look like Matt Psycho giving IR Graham a little tap on the side, say, oh you bugger, how did you get out of the pits before me? I did that last lap. And there is no rhyme or reason. Hang on, 3. No, IR Graham topped up a little bit more fuel, but I think IR Graham sat behind Matt Psycho, saved some fuel, didn't have to put as much in. So there we go, the one-stoppers, nothing. There's Racer Brown in 5th, Kale 6th, Homesick Alien in 7th. Didn't quite work out for him, it seems. Gazman in 8th. Alpha Nut, we saw pit again. He's back in 9th on super softs though. Much fresher tyres than Gazman. Gazman's gone for a soft set of tyres, so Alpha will make short work of him. Liam Anfield and Little GG's both coming in, so that means IR Graham and Matt Psycho should retake the lead of this race. Can Liam and Little GG's get out before Racer Brown? Racer Brown up into 3rd. Kale 4th, is that true? It could be. Can Homesick? Oh no, we saw Liam and Matt starting to move, so Homesick loses out. Looks like Racer Brown and Kale both gaining on that one-stop strategy to jump Liam and Little GG's. We've got Audi versus Peugeot in both parts of the race. Although now it looks like IR Graham managing to pull out a little bit of a lead on Matt Psycho. Racer Brown, a great podium finish. If he can keep hold of it, we'll see. See if his fuel will last. We've got 10 minutes left of racing, 10.5 minutes left of racing here. So anything that can happen. Liam Anfield only just ahead of Little GG's. We know they've got beef in the championship. With Little GG's just ahead of Liam Anfield's. So they'll be scraping for any point they can. Homesick Alien, the championship leader, down there in 7th spot. So it's all quite exciting. Alpha Nut in 8th in the Lexus, the lead Lexus. 9th is the Nissan of Gazman. 10th Skyjacker, ahead of Jam Huntington in 11th in his Ford Mustang Guesty. 12th in the other Toyota. Noxie is 13th, and Jim Wise popping into the pits. I'm not sure why. If he's getting fuel, if it's a pit stop, we'll have a look in a minute, see if he's still in there. So IR Graham ahead of Matt Psycho, only just. Oh no, we've got a huge spinner. Liam Anfield. Oh no, sorry mate, I'm gonna have to knock back that, see what happened. No one likes to see it, but oh, they do bounce into that infield, but so far he's doing okay. He's holding Little GG's behind. Now we're coming up to the infield again. Everything looks good. He's got purples. He's on for a fastest lap. He's gone, oh, he's gone just a slight smidgen, just a smidge, just a gnat's whisker, gnat's wing over the curb, a Rizzler paper's width over that curb, and the grass has just spun him around. Oh, cruel, cruel, cruel. Only losing a spot to Little GG's though, not too bad. Homesick Alien is catching him up, and Liam Anfield has got the red bumper, flashing bumper, so he is driving with an ailment at the moment, which will help Homesick Alien catch him up. There he goes, he's walked it off. Now he's back up to pace again. Oh, poor Liam Anfield. Little GG's grinning from ear to ear. Where's Racer Brown gone? Did Racer Brown have to pit? Yeah, it looks like Racer Brown popped in. Topped up on a little bit of fuel there. It's dropped from 3rd down into 7th behind Homesick Alien. That's a shame. Looks like he was on for a good strategy there. Kale, a one-stop strategy, putting himself into 3rd ahead of Little GG's. But Little GG's pace is absolutely immense. He's doing 106s, whereas Kale is in the... oh, he's done an early 107 on lap 26. So he could possibly hold off the Peugeot. We will see. Liam Anfield. Oh, he must be cursing in his head. That's not helpful for the championship. It's what you need. You don't need that. Oh, poor Liam Anfield. Homesick Alien 6th. He'll be happy. I don't think, you know, the 3 closest. Little GG's 4th. Liam Anfield 5th. So not a disaster for Homesick Alien in the championship at the moment. Seeing his 3 closest competitors just in front of him. I know he'd rather be in front of them, but it's not like they're winning races. Racer Brown gutted. He had to pop into the pits. He's going faster now. He'll be catching up the Alien before the end of this race with only 7.5 minutes left. Alpha Nut in 8th spot, quite a way behind the battle we've just been seeing. But he has got Gazman catching him up. Gazman doing a 107.9 on his last time round. A 107.7 before that. Alpha Nut managing a 107.5 and a 107.6. So Alpha Nut definitely got Gazman. He's got him sorted there. He's got him marked off. Skyjacker a 108.1 on his last time round. He's on the super soft tyres. He's quite a way ahead of Jam. Jam in 11th, ahead of Guesty in 12th, and Noxie there in 13th. So, Io Graham, fastest lap the last time round with a 106. He's gone. A 106.814. He's pulling away from Matt Psycho. This is like it was at the very beginning of the race. Matt Psycho down into 2nd spot. Still a great finish though. Unless there is anything he can do in this last 6 minutes or so. He's going faster than he's gone before, so he is definitely pushing. Kale just ahead of Little GG's. Little GG's did catch him up. Kale out wide. Can Little GG's finish it off with a great Peugeot podium? 2nd and 3rd. looking for a way past the BMW. The BMW looking like it's struggling for grip. Mid-corner there. Peugeot, I always thought it understeered, but in the hands of Matt Psycho and Little GG's, they don't have any problems. Look at it, smooth. Smooth as a Sunday morning, baby. So there we see, it looks like Little GG's going to get in the toe of that BMW pretty soon, before the end of this race, and he's going to be giving Cal some major headaches. But at the moment, Cal, it looked like Little GG's lost it, but he hasn't. He's still there, but he's going for the inside line on Kale. Kale's still just hanging it out there, but there you go. Little GG's as he got up in third spot. Oh no, Kale going wide, but Kale's managed to keep hold of it. He's got it back on the track, but he's dropped down to fourth spot behind Little GG's, who is on a lot fresher rubber than Kale, in all fairness. Graham then easily leading. Oh no, oh, is he? Matt Psycho getting a little closer. The lap times are pretty similar. Little GG's then getting up into a podium. Oh no, where's Kale? Kale's dropped back behind Liam. Whoa, Kale. Oh god, it's going to be a terrible moment for Kale. He doesn't want me to do replays of awful moments, because no one wants to be reminded. We do need to know, Kale, I'm afraid. Oh, it looks like he tried to avoid Matt Psycho. I think he tried not to hit Matt Psycho's bum and give himself a little spin in the process, losing fourth to Liam Anfield. Continuing with Kale, still a bit of dirt on the tyres, and there he goes again. Oh, so frustrating. So Liam Anfield then up into fourth spot after he had his own spin, so he knows how it feels for Kale. Racer Brown and Homesick Alien. Oh, I think Racer Brown was behind Homesick Alien, so Racer Brown moving, yeah, because he pitted, didn't he? So he's moving ahead of the Nissan. Oh, it's turning out not the way he was hoping for, was it? Now Little Jeezy's up into third, Liam Anfield up into fourth, he's down into sixth. So he's going for a move though. He's going for a move on Racer Brown up the inside, but it's too far back, I think. Yes, he's not too far back now going into this next section. Has Homesick got something up his sleeve in the last 4 minutes of this 40-minute feature race? This is it. This is the penultimate round. Next round, it'll be the last one. Whoa, Homesick Alien hanging it right out there on the dirt. He's managed to survive, though. Yum yum. I might as well have finished it off. There was only a little bit left in there. Sorry. Really warm. It's sunny outside as well. I'm sat right next to these conservatory doors. So, oh, where did Racer Brown and Homesick? What happened? They were right close together, and now they're not. I was too busy drinking my can and missed something. Sorry, guys. Hiya, Graham. Yeah, he looks like he's stretching his legs now. Looks like he's bringing her home. It's 3 minutes to go of this race. It's 3-4 laps. 3 laps, really. Matt Psycho's second. Little GG's in third spot. Liam Anfield, an eventful race, a spin, and he looks like he's going for fastest lap. You get points for that. So Liam Anfield right there at the end, pushing for a fastest lap. I almost feel like I want to hang with it just to see. It's only the next sector, around 2 more corners. And then we'll continue to look through the field. Wow, 10-week championship. We're on round 9 already. It didn't feel that long ago this started. Really didn't. They're all on YouTube. Every round's on YouTube if you want to go back and check them out. There's loads coming to an end. HPEC's coming to an end next week. So's Max 5. And there we see. Did he get the fastest lap? Not quite. 10th off his own time. Let's have a look around the field then. IR Graham leading from Matt Psycho. It's a nice bit of space there between them both though, with only less than 2 minutes left of this race. Little GG's last of the podium. Liam Anfield in 4th. Racer Brown, a fine race to get himself up into 5th. Had to do an extra pit, and he's got the fastest lap, a 106.604. Oh dear, my word. What could he have done? He's really low on fuel though with What, a minute and a half to go. Probably should be alright. Homesick Alien there in 6th spot. Alpha Nut 7th. He's got ahead of Kale after Kale's mistake. But Kale coming back at Alpha Nut to try and get that 7th spot just to get something out of this race. Could have had a podium. It was looking like a podium. Little GG's caught him up, added a bit of pressure. Oh, Little GG's did get past him, and I think it looked like Kale extra braked to not hit Little GG's up the butt, and he lost the car under braking, but I'm not sure. But he is chasing Alpha Nut down for all he's worth. We're 40 seconds left of this race. Then Gazman in 9th, Skyjacker in 10th, Jam Huntington 11th, Guesty 12th, and Noxie is in 13th, slowing down to let the leaders through. There you go. So IR Graham. We're not run out of time yet. Just trying to keep an eye on that line for people crossing. 15 seconds to go. I think he's going to get another lap here. Him and Matt Psycho may get another lap. Is that someone going slow around the last corner? Someone run out of fuel? I think it's... Oh, or is it Noxie waiting until the time runs out? So, there we go. I Graham won. Sorry, Matt Psycho won. Came second. Little GG's third. Great stuff there. Liam Anfield in 4th. Not quite made it yet. Racer Brown in 5th. Great race from Racer Brown. In 6th, Homesick Alien. Damage control, not too bad, I imagine. Some good points there, still to be had. Alpha Nut there in 7th spot, just across the line. Kale, what a shame of Kale's race. He was doing so well. Gazman finishing in 9th. Jam Huntington coming home in 10th ahead of Skyjacker, so I don't know what happened to Skyjacker in the last laps, but Jam somehow ahead of Skyjacker in 10th. Congratulations. And 11th and 12th. I don't know who it's going to be. Who's that going to be? Oh, let me just... I don't know. It looks like Guesty has just got it on Skyjacker there. I don't know why Skyjacker. Maybe Skyjacker had a penalty he had to. So Guesty 11th. Oh, and it still went. They were close though, weren't they? 11th and 12th. Ooh, I don't know. Bit of self-promotion. Oh, look at that nice Red Bull Junior car. There must be a Red Bull Junior Championship starting soon. So, yeah, that was the GTMC Round 9 at Blue Moon Speedway. It was great. I really enjoyed that. It was a good race. Shame I didn't pause it in time. Well, I did pause it in time. I was trying to be clever by flicking them forward. So, yes. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye out. I'm sure there'll be some WRX action happening tomorrow morning. From I thought it was Suzuka, but I think I'm wrong. I think it might be Nürburgring. I'm not sure. I will check it out. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Oh, they're old ones. Don't worry about them. It's these ones. And that one. There you go. Super duper. So, thank you for joining me here on the Virtual Racers Club. Please come to our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. Join our Discord. Get involved. Get joined up. Join up to this Red Bull Racing League. It's starting a week on Sunday. And it's quite a straightforward, easy championship for beginners and for pros. It's for everyone. Them cars are quite handleable, and you know they're all right to drive with a controller if you're not up with a wheel. So please come along. I think Porsche is filled now. So yeah, after GTMC on Tuesdays, the Porsche Sprint Challenge will start. So hopefully we'll be broadcasting them. Obviously replay. Same as we've had. Is there any more pictures? Oh yeah, look, all three of them together. So is that everything? I think that's everything. It's enough for now, innit? Bombarded you with all sorts of information. You don't need any more. Have I got an obsession with Rizzler? I just find it easy to make his liveries. Oh, because they're all in my livery maker. Or Cool's ones. Okay, anyway, that's it. This is silly. Why are we looking at my liveries? We've just watched like an hour and a half of racing virtually. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, keep an eye on YouTube. There might be some WRX challenge stuff happening soon. And then Friday night we'll be live with the MTCC. Saturday night we'll be live with the Max 5 for the final round. And on Sunday we'll be live with the HPEC for the final round of that. So everything wrapping up just before Christmas in a tidy little bow. How cool. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Eddie Bull. Thank you for watching. Be nice to each other. Remember, they're just humans. They're annoying, but they're humans, so forgive them. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.